Freedom of expression. We should make freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and academic freedom universal, thereby guaranteeing that citizens can be informed and can exercise their right of political supervision. These freedoms should be upheld by a press law that abolishes political restrictions on the press. The provision in the current criminal law that refers to the crimes of incitement to subvert state power must be abolished. We should end the practice of viewing words as crimes. Freedom of religion. We must guarantee freedom of religion and belief and institute a separation of religion and state. There must be no governmental interference in peaceful religious activities. We should abolish any laws, regulations, or local rules that limit or suppress the religious freedom of citizens. We should abolish the current system that requires religious groups and their places of worship to get official approval in advance and substitute for it a system in which registry is optional and, for those who choose to register, automatic. Number 13. Civic education. In our schools, we should abolish political curriculums and examinations that are designed to indoctrinate students in state ideology and to instill support for the rule of one party. We should replace them with a civic education that advances universal values and citizens' rights, fosters civic consciousness, and promotes civic virtues that serve society. Protection of private property. We should establish and protect the right to private property and promote an economic system of free and fair markets. We should do away with government monopolies in commerce and industry and guarantee the freedom to start new enterprises. We should establish a committee on state-owned property, reporting to the national legislature, that will monitor the transfer of state-owned enterprises to private ownership in a fair, competitive, and orderly manner. We should institute a land reform that promotes private ownership of land, guarantees the right to buy and sell land, and allows the true value of private property to be adequately reflected in the market. Financial and tax reform. We should establish a democratically regulated and accountable system of public finance that ensures the protection of taxpayer rights and that operates through legal procedures. We need a system by which public revenues that belong to a certain level of government, central, provincial, county, or local, are controlled at that level. We need major tax reform that will abolish any unfair taxes, simplify the tax system, and spread the tax burden fairly. Government officials should not be able to raise taxes or institute new ones without public deliberation and the approval of a democratic assembly. We should reform the ownership system in order to encourage competition among a wider variety of market participants. Social Security. We should establish a fair and adequate social security system that covers all citizens and ensures basic access to education, health care, retirement security, and employment. Number 17. Protection of the environment. We need to protect the natural environment and to promote development in a way that is sustainable and responsible to our descendants and to the rest of humanity. This means insisting that the state and its officials at all levels not only do what they must do to achieve these goals, but also accept the supervision and participation of non-governmental organizations. A federated republic. A democratic China should seek to act as a responsible major power contributing toward peace and development in the Asian Pacific region by approaching others in a spirit of equality and fairness. In Hong Kong and Macau, we should support the freedoms that already exist. With respect to Taiwan, we should declare our commitment to the principles and freedom and democracy, and then, negotiating as equals and ready to compromise, seek a formula for peaceful unification. We should approach disputes in the national minority areas of China with an open mind, seeking ways to find a workable framework within which all ethnic and religious groups can flourish. We should aim ultimately at a federation of democratic communities of China. Truth in reconciliation. We should restore the reputations of all people, including their family members, who suffered political stigma in the political campaigns of the past, who have been labeled as criminals because of their thought, speech, or faith. The state should pay reparations to these people. All political prisoners and prisoners of conscience must be released. There should be a truth investigation commission charged with finding the facts about past injustices and atrocities, determining responsibility for them, upholding justice, and on these bases, seeking social reconciliation.